Hey y'all, it's Ron. Today I'm going to talk to you about where I'm at with my Medicare. Again, I think I've already done one video about this. I was over at my parents' house this morning. We were having a discussion about the Doge, DOGE, that's going on with Elon Musk and all that on TV. Anyways, we were talking about Social Security and some different things. So last week I had to fill out another form. Now everybody's situation is different, and I'm just finding all this stuff out piecemeal, and it's a lot of it's my fault, okay? But when I decided to sign up for my Medicare Part B, I was already 67 in 2 months. If I had been a smart man, I would have signed up for my Medicare Part B and retired at the same time at age 65. But I waited 2 more years beyond that. I had reasonings behind that, why I did it, and it's all done and said with now. But what I'm finding out is because I was on corporate insurance, and my corporate insurance was better than my Part B. I did not take my Part B at age 65. Well, that causes some issues to happen with you, that you need to do some form filing. And one of the things I had to do is I had to prove that I had uninterrupted corporate insurance after I turned age 65. Mine is compounded, okay? Because at age 65, I was on corporate insurance, but it was my wife's insurance. She retired about 4 months after I turned 65, and I had to switch off of her insurance and go on to my company's insurance, which caused me to have to fill out 2 CMS L564 forms, okay? One for her employer and one for my employer, to prove that I had uninterrupted health insurance after I turned age 65, until I asked to be put on Medicare Part B. Now, if your corporate insurance is costing you more and giving you less than Medicare Part B, then it makes sense to take Medicare Part B at age 65. In my case, my corporate insurance was actually better than my Medicare Part B. So I had the option to not take Part B at age 65. So I'm taking it now, okay, now that I've retired. The other day, I got notice. Now, this is after almost 2.5 months after I sent in my L564 forms, okay? I get another a letter in the mail saying I need to fill out this other form, and this is a CMS-40B. Now, basically, what that form says is, I want to take Medicare Part B, and I want you to start it on this date. I did not know that I had to fill out that form. If I had read the entire instructions for the CMS L564 form, I would have realized that I had to fill out the CMS-40B also, and turn both of them in at the same time. I filled out the form, took it to my local Social Security office last week, and dropped it off, talked to them for a minute. They said it looked like everything was in order, everything was fine. So I really didn't trust that too much, okay? I'm starting to get worried here, because I don't even know how much money I'm going to be getting for my Social Security. Anyways, I'll find out on Wednesday. I called Social Security yesterday, on Friday. They have an 800 number you can call. So I went through the long 5-minute drawn out spiel where they tell you about this and tell you about that. And then they finally get to the point where you press 1 to talk to an agent. And it come on there and said that their wait times were extremely busy right now, and it was going to take 90 minutes before I could talk to an agent. That I could leave my phone number and they would call me back. And that's what I did. About 2 hours later, I get a phone call. I talked to the lady, gave her all my information that she asked for, and she told me that my application was in review. I asked her to confirm, did I need to do anything else at this time? And she said no, that I'd be receiving a letter telling me about my eligibility or whatever, okay? Here's the thing. I was supposed to receive a letter, they said, 2 weeks before my first Social Security check, which is coming up in about 4 days. I have not received a letter telling me how much Social Security money I'm going to get. I'm starting to get concerned here. And after watching all these headlines on the news and stuff, and some government officials calling Social Security an entitlement, it's not an entitlement, okay? We paid into Social Security for all those years, okay? I can't even tell you how many years right now. We paid 7.5% of our paycheck every year into Social Security. Your employer contributed another 7.5%. To be technical about it, it's 7.45%, I think. So 15% of your yearly wages was paid into your Social Security account for you to have during retirement. Okay, watching all this stuff going on, I'm just waiting on TV for somebody to start nibbling away at the Social Security funds, because they keep calling it an entitlement. It's not an entitlement, okay, folks? It is. We earned it. We paid into it. We earned it, and they should give us what we got coming to us, okay? My opinion, they ought to just give me back all my money that I paid in and let me go invest it myself, because I think I could do a better job at it myself. Anyways, that was just a quick update of where I'm at on my Part B. And here's another thing. My wife and I have been discussing our 401ks that we have, and we have not touched our 401k. She's been retired for 2 years now, and she has not taken anything out of her 401k. She just turned 67. She does have to start at age 70 when you have to start taking your required minimal distributions, RMDs, I think they call it. At age 70, you have to start taking out of your 401k. I just recently retired, and I have not taken out of my 401k either. So we're basically living on our savings right now, what we put away, and it's slowly nibbling away at it, because I have no idea when my first Social Security check is going to get here. But I'll tell you what, when it does, I will be the first one to come on here and do a video and giving me a big thumbs up that I finally got my Social Security check.